Hi, my name's James White. I'm also known on the internet as Preacher James. And if you've noticed, I haven't had a live show recently. I have had a lot of other obligations to fulfill. And quite frankly, I'm not getting any emails at all. So, what I've had to do is to essentially kind of pull back and reevaluate. I do believe in the things that I advocate for. I do believe in that any two adults should be allowed to get married. I do believe that I'm very strongly against racism, sexism, any forms of oppression. And I do believe it's my responsibility as a Christian to speak out for fairness, equality, tolerance. Because regardless of the color of our skin, or our gender, or our sexual orientation, if you are proclaiming to be a Christian, then you are my brother or my sister. So, what are we going to do from here? I'm just going to kind of put this channel on hold. The videos will still be there. I'm not going to delete them per se. I'm just going to put that aside. Sunday, I will be starting a new channel. I'm sure if you look up the name Chaplain White, you'll probably find it. It really depends on YouTube and as far as what I have to name the channel. But I'll make sure to always put a tag as Chaplain White so that you can find it. Because ultimately, I want to be a hospital chaplain. And there are certain things that I care very strongly about. I care very strongly about the idea of palliative care. I believe that if somebody is dying and they're to the point where certain things that we can do to try to cure whatever they have, if that's not working anymore, then we need to switch our focus to comfort care. That's something I care very strongly about. I still care very deeply and passionately about the idea of getting rid of racism, sexism, and other forms of oppression. So you will see that stuff in the new channel. Now, why keep the old one? Well, basically, when I have more time, I will invest in doing videos. Maybe in the future, if we get more of an interest, we'll have a show. But right now, I need to focus on my career as a chaplain, and I need to focus on. I'm ordained, but quite frankly, nobody's ever heard of the organization I'm ordained with. That nobody's ever heard of the World Congregational Fellowship Church. So I'm trying to get ordained through the Christian Church Disciples of Christ. I went to one of their seminaries, and after reading and studying the history and polity of that church, it's I am definitely in agreement with people like Barton Stone and Thomas and Alexander Campbell and Walter Scott and others. And so things are changing. And I think in order to accomplish what I want to, my presence on YouTube is going to have to shift towards that. That's all right. I hope this is a step, an evolutionary step. And ultimately, the only reason I want to have a platform to speak is because I want to promote change. I want to promote a healthy change in our society. And I want to encourage and equip people. And as John Maxwell would say, add value to people's lives. That's what leaders do. So, if you've been a fan of the channel, if you've been a fan of my videos, you can still send me an email. But send it to my other email anyway, chaplainwhite@yahoo.com, and I'll probably get it a lot faster. So we'll see what happens. I'm not saying, there might come a day where I have to completely get rid of the Preacher James videos. I haven't decided yet. But the thing I do know is that, quite frankly, I haven't been getting a response online, and I need to kind of shift my focus. So, if you have any questions or comments, send me an email, chaplainwhite@yahoo.com, and we'll go from there. Have a great weekend, and try to stay warm. It's going to be rather cold out tomorrow.